Alright everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to get the CouchPotato movie downloader working with SAB NZBD so you can download the latest movie files from Usenet. So it is SickBid's equivalent for movies. So this is their website, there'll be a link to that in the description. And I've written an install guide on my website to use alongside this video. Again, there'll be a link to that in the video description. So what you need to do is download the Python source code from Github. I've already gone and done that, so let's open up my downloads folder. So right click on the file and extract it to here. I can do that in Dolphin. Let's paste it across in my home folder. So I'm showing you this on my local system. If you're doing it on a remote system, you can use something like SSH and connect across in your file manager, or if you're using Windows, you can use WinSCP instead. So I'll rename that to just CouchPotato. The next thing I want to do is create CouchPotato initialization script, or Init Script. So yeah, I've got one of those. So just follow the instructions here. So wget the Init Script from my website. Now there's some changes you need to make in this file. So where it's just got the username section, you just need to change that from you to your actual username on the system. Now don't use root for this because that can mess things up a bit for your system in terms of security. Alright, I'm just going to take the lazy option here and use sed. So if I go back into Nano, you can see it's automatically renamed everything to Quids. So I've copied the file across the etc init folder. Try and get my password correct. Rename the file, make it executable, add it to the system startup, and then we'll try and start the service and see what happens. So what should happen there is it just starts CouchPotato. Now I hope it doesn't come up with any errors there because I've never seen it do that before. I think it just assumes you've got Python on the system, which most Ubuntu based systems will have. Now to open CouchPotato in the browser. So doing this tutorial on the local system, I'm going to click the link here that says localhost:5050. There we go, brand new CouchPotato setup guide. Your choice here if you want to limit access into CouchPotato, and if you want to change the port number it's listening on. I'm going to leave it as is for this tutorial. I'm going to untick that, don't need to launch the browser when it's starting. You might want to on your system, so choose what you want there. Right, what downloader are you using? I am using SAB NZBD. Enter the IP address and port number that SAB NZBD is running on. For the system I've got here, it is running on localhost 5550 because I changed it. So just paste that in. No, I don't want the HTTP in, but otherwise that would work pasting that across. It's not using SSL. The API key, now we get that by going into SAB, across to config, general, and get the API key from there. Now I'm going to take the main API key, and I suppose you could use this NZB key. I've never done that before, so I can keep with that. Keep with what I've done because it works. And the category, just type movies in there. We'll come back to that part later on. Priority, normal, yeah, don't need anything there. So that's it. So we're not using the torrent provider, not using public HD. I am using a newsnab provider. And the one I'm using is nzb.su. Unfortunately, they're pretty limited on who they're allowing into the site nowadays. But you've got these other choices here to choose from. Now I have to go and collect my API key from that website. So moving along, you're going to untick NZB index. Move and rename the files after downloading. Don't know, I've never used that feature. I think it was added after I've started using it. And finish up. Click on that button at the bottom. And that is it. Now, what we can try and do now is give it a test run. Now, what is it here I'm trying to click on? I got silly and changed the font on this system, and obviously there are things missing. Oh, that reminds me, we need to do one last thing first. configuring SAP NZBD. So go across to the config and categories. New category called movies, yeah, default and default. For path, I'm going to use my home folder, so /home/quids/videos/movies. Just better go and create that folder. Let's create a new folder, movies. There we go. Add. Oh, no, I should have clicked save instead, shouldn't I? Oh, save, there we are. That's that. Now we can take CouchPotato for a test run. How about RoboCop 2014? Is that what it's called? There we go. So you can see the name and the year. So RoboCop. You can choose from various different qualities. Let's go for a 720p version. There's various different qualities here, and you can explore the options to see what they actually do. But let's just go for 720p and see what happens. Now my internet is absolutely horrendous here, but it might work. I just want to see it actually pass the file across to SAP NZBD, which it has done. Excellent. I'll have a look on IMDb and see what's coming out. So let me just grab that Transformers, and although I've not actually seen any of them, I'll add this one in to show you what the add-on can do. So Transformers Age of Extinction 2014, yep. We'll have, we'll go for HD for quality. So when it eventually adds it, now it takes a quick look, but of course Transformers is not released yet, it's certainly not in HD quality. What CouchPotato will do is find out when it's actually going to be released, and after it's, say, been released on Blu-ray in this case, it'll then start checking to see if download is available. Let's just show you one last thing you can do with CouchPotato. Let's go into settings. I mentioned here about creating a cron job, so you can have CouchPotato automatically searching every few hours to see if a movie is available. Now this is a good trick if you're running it on a system that's continuously powered on, but as I say there, if it's only on and off occasionally, it's not necessarily worth doing. So I've had to go over to Show Advanced Settings and across to the searcher and type in */6 to make it search every 6 hours. And minute, you can enter a random minute, 15. So every day, at every 6 hours, on the 15th minute, CouchPotato will check, well in this case, nzb.su to see if download is available. And that's it, we can just click back to home, job done. So that's how to set up CouchPotato to work with SAP NZBD. So thanks for watching, I'll see you all later.